Hey there, guys. Good evening. Well, let's check in on Tracy and see what's going on with her. She went live this afternoon, so let's see. Has she made any progress with the van? What has she been doing? Let's let's find out.
Alright. I don't know what happened. That was the mailman, and my daughter parked so close to the end of the driveway, he couldn't pull into the mailbox where it is. So I had to jump out there and help out. All the times that you made me feel small. It's all based off of love. I like the song, and I need some like pick-me-up music. Oh look, the timer is my birthday, 11:29 here. I don't know where y'all are, but I'm on Central Time. Oh, let me try to level my butt out, or else I won't be able to sit very long here. Get something, because that side sinks where the bed splits. I hope everybody's doing good. The rain is making my hair look great. The moisture, it just makes all the curls go back in there that I've messed up. Yeah, mine was 11:29. It's 11:30 now, but my birthday is 11:29, so I notice it wherever it happens. My grandson, I was looking at him, I'm going, where do your curls come from? And he's like, my mama. Where do mama's curls come from? Oh, well, good luck. I hope everything turns out well. I know it usually is not the best time that a family could have together. Hopefully we get some of all these things like less worrisome. Well, this morning we had that birthday party on Sunday, so it's like putting things away and playing catch up on stuff, make a big birthday party and stuff for 3 people, then there's a little bit of catch up to do. Hopefully somebody brings the mustard. Oh yeah, that's bound to happen. Yeah. I didn't know my great-grandmother, but I know that she at least lived to 102. My grandmother, not so much. I mean, the rest of the ladies, not so much. I met her a few times, but I didn't really know her. She resembled the queen there. She, looked just like her. As a little kid, that's the resemblance I put. So I've been dealing with these children, and you got to be like, all right, it's time to get up. It's time to eat breakfast. You got to do this. All right, now it's time to get on school, and you have this much school, and don't start with me. I know how many subjects you got. and I was straightening up from the party and putting things away from that, get the laundry rolling. And so, I mean, you know, I've been grandma for a while, but I've been mom even longer. And so it was like I wipe down things and get behind stuff. And I don't know what else to do. So I'm just like trying to find things to do whenever I'm doing stuff. I'm just like, okay, that could use me, you know? Can't turn around and say goodbye. Now that the ground's gotten a little bit of rain, we can do some like the burn pile and stuff like that, but you can't do that while it's all dry. You have to wait till some moisture is on the ground. You also can't do it while it's soaking wet because that's not the easiest thing to get going. It's a lot more stress than it's worth if you can wait. About the ring you wear, as long as... This is a horrible song. I just realized this. It's so catchy, though. Here, let's go to another one. Honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. Long night here and a long night there. And these long, long legs, they're damn near everywhere. Yeah, this is a song that makes you... I can get this whole day done, baby. I'm not down. I'm getting up right now. Make a motivational get up song. Ooh, look, I'm getting good at the censoring myself. I'm so proud. Yeah, it's not necessary that anybody comes in here and floats my boat. I got it. I'll float my own. Let's start passing out a few of these. Let's send it to yous. Hey, people, I need people. That unholy grail. And she's got me. Gotta be like, oh, baby, nah, baby. You got me all wrong, baby. So, nah, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I don't know what happened to Noah, but thank you. I did get treats if you're watching somewhere out there. And Bella loves these things. They're moist and they're not hard and crunchy. She really likes these. Like, I'm surprised she hasn't just tried to help herself, but she hasn't. She's been very good about it. So I just give them to her instead of her having to get them. Bella. Oh, I dropped it. I dropped the ball, didn't I? You got it? Oh. What was that? A dolphin trick? I didn't do anything about my hair. I was just like, you know, whatever. The rain's just gonna mess up whatever I do anyway. I'll deal with it tomorrow. It's fine. Looks fine. Nope, you've had plenty for today. Or for right now. We'll try again later. Come on. We'll try again later. I know it's wet out there. So whenever it really starts to pour down the side door over here, I have a built-in waterfall that just kind of comes down this side of the wall of the door and just like, no, wait. And it just like into the footwell there. But it catches the edge of that carpet, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. That's not okay. These are things that have to be fixed. And I don't even know how it's getting in there. So maybe I just gotta pop the door open and look at the seal, and maybe the seal will just, be a little messed up and I can just fix that. And that would be the easiest solution. Any other solution is gonna be ghetto. It's gonna be ghetto. It's gonna work out that way. I'm gonna have to get out like silicone in a 2-liter bottle and cut it open and make a visor for the door so that the rain comes off of it or something, Something not supposed to be there. And I don't like that, because when traveling, I don't want to draw as much attention as possible and things hanging off the exterior that look like somebody may have added a piece that didn't belong to this said vehicle. Other than stickers and paint jobs, those are cool. You can celebrate things and have that wrote on your windows as long as they're not close enough to like read it. But if they spot this looks like somebody is like, this is a traveling vehicle, somebody rigged this to work and fixed it up, then that brings attention, and I'm not trying to. Life's hard enough. Life's hard enough without putting the beacon out there. Somebody was like, list the people that you have helped. We want to speak to them. Come against me with some material you've got that I didn't. It's not for me to do that. You're coming against me. I mean, I'm just being me. You're the one stepping forward trying to prove I'm not me. Don't come to me for your answers. Man, go out there and do the legwork. If you want to prove something, go do the thing. Those people are on here too, and they don't have to out themselves of if they've been helped. Here's my message. Do you like it? If you don't like it, I bet there's one out there that you'd enjoy, and you don't have to be an evil hag wishing horrible things on people just for being themselves. Yep. I hate getting those DMs, they leave that on my posts, and I'm like, how am I supposed to respond to this? You want to see the actions, but I'm here to prove God. I'm not here to prove to you. Just watch, stay tuned, go back in the videos, check me out a little, at least check me out a bit in the journeys I've been on. It's 3 years worth of material. Give me a little bit of confidence here and go check it out. You don't gotta like it. Some people don't like it. Some people make me the villain, and you gotta be able to play the multiple parts in life. If that's what's gonna come at you, you have to be able to deal with that. And if you're gonna put your face in public, that's gonna come at you.
She'll be the villain in the story. Didn't that sound like Lori?
It's not for one person that I'm here. I'm here for, if you vibe with me, stick around. If you don't know if you vibe with me, go check me out. There's plenty of material for 3 years to see what I stand on, where I've been, what I've been through. Get to know me. Don't just come hating me. That's part of your research. If you want to hang around and you have doubts, go research the material that's right there for you, man. I don't know how to make it more simpler than that. We don't have to get along. But you'll see that I stand on what I'm doing, and this is not just speaking, this is a walk of life. It is a walk with faith And if you keep your eyes, you'll see the ups and the downs going on there. Whenever I first made this TikTok, I was still on the meds that were prescribed from my doctors. It's before I stood up for myself and said I will no longer be led by the nose by a carrot. And yeah. So just go see my journey. My journey is growth right here in front of you. If you go and look and follow along, it would be beneficial to not just my journey, but if you want to stick around, if you want to see where this goes, that's my platform is come and watch me. Let's do it. I can't bring other people's journey into it unless they want that seen. And most of us that have been on our hardest times don't want to advertise by somebody that comes along with $10 and says, here, I fed this person today, so let me show everybody the good I've done. No, you're showing it to God, and you believe that there were witnesses, and that when it is needed that you are spoken up for, these are the instances, maybe even just one instance in their life that you made an impact and they remember you. Yeah, and so maybe it's not time for that to come out yet, but it will. It will. It will. The bully that's seen the raw truth of what's going on and who was approaching it from Mean Girl Club into pushing others over that bridge to letting their ill will towards another push somebody's soul over the bridge, because that is written in red. You will see that. You will see what happens whenever that is what you align to do. And semicolons happened. If that is who you're out there being, is to prove somebody wrong so hard that you're pushing them over the bridge, you can bet your bottom dollar that everything that is happening is not happening for no reason. Yeah. I just chose to speak up and say no more, no more, no more pushing me. All right? If you're going to push me, it's going to be seen by all. All right, so now I'm going to speak for everybody that I've met, because you pushed me down there so that I had to go meet them. I was in the right place at the right time to be shown in divine alignment what not just me but others are going through, and that I cannot sit down. It is not time to stop. I am grandma, but I am not grandma. It is time to get going. Now this is not just my only family and my only children. If despair was not going on so hardcore, then we would have hope going on hardcore. That is the problem. That is the breaking point. If you are pushing somebody towards despair, that is the breaking point. Which side of that line did you decide to be on? Did you decide to reach out and help the person that was in despair like a community should? Did you decide to see the problem and now go fix that problem because you have a word, because you have a voice, because you've seen the problem and you're not going down ignoring it, because you're going to stand up, because if you can see the problem, speak to them and see why. Why do they feel that this happened? It's not always because they just chose to be there. It's really not. It's really not. Usually it's somebody's dad or mom or sister or brother. It's somebody's something once upon a time. And maybe their mistakes pushed them away. And that does not mean that there's no way to see how to be a grandparent by learning from the generation who is now raising the ones. But it doesn't mean that their hearts were all in the wrong spot either, and that they should be discarded. And and that we can't look at that and not see your own family and community going on. Yeah. Yeah, so I did stand back up, and I mean, I may not be all the way up, but you're watching it go on. You're watching me say, I want to come out there and speak for the people that have been through all of these situations that I've been through. The moms with the kids, the hopelessness that after you have no choice but to disconnect from whatever this was so that you don't harm what this is, and that have not been guided to the proper channels that could help, the channels that are out there but are being kept under wraps, and that there is a desperate need for these things to be out there to lift our community. They're set up. There's a lot of them that are set up. And we can lift each other by helping with these things. And my place in that is to be this word here so that we go forth. I plant that seed and we go forth and we have this list of these things. Whenever we run into this person who is looking for those, then we have the knowledge to pass on, you know? So I am definitely working on our side. I am definitely not hiding the fact that I am only public funded, that it is the people that I am here to talk for. I'm not here to talk for. I'm here to talk for, to say we need a voice. And it may very well not be my voice, but we need a voice. And so we need to get the momentum going that there is an entire population being held to laws without a person that is speaking their voice, without a representative to voice what is happening, what this community says may help this situation, and then therefore bringing their voices to the whole that is accumulating the resources to make the communities and people of the lands in a better state. Not just, it's really not just for themselves. It's not for the fancy suits and the private jets. It's not. And maybe if there wasn't such a wealth discrepancy, they wouldn't even be a target like that. People would hold up, protect, and voice favor for if it was their choice, you know, if it was speaking their words. Yeah, so these are my platforms, and welcome in. I'm Tracy. I'm at Tracy's New Hope here on TikTok. If you would like to come in and follow me, that would be great. I know that I'm being spread out across the other platforms, and I am not welcoming of this. It is definitely a violation of my own rights, since what I signed up for was here on TikTok. And so, but if it is going to happen, it might as well be used in the betterment of everything. And so I'm going to start advertising who I am, since it's just, from what I understand, it's a live video of me and captured and then put over there. And so I'm going to just go ahead and throw that out there, since I mean, I've got to get publicity out there one way or another.
We all know who she is. We know who she is.
It's good to be here around family right now. I did have a rough couple months out there on the road. It's not really as relaxing as you would think, because this is young family going on, and I'm more like I've had 3 spine surgeries. My shoulder is not the greatest right now, and I kind of need the layback time, and being so close means that there's a lot of less peaceful things and more busy family things going on. It's like you can't go to a construction zone and think you're going to be able to take a nap. It's been so hot that being out here isn't a thing. Today just happens to be a nice rainy day. Stopped pouring down and it's just drizzling. Usually hanging out with Peter Pan, and when we're bored, we play in the woods. Reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.
Sprinkle me in pixie dust and turn into
Believe in him and believe in me. To your beautiful destiny. Yeah, I don't know if I'm on just too late or random times, but none of the people that usually are in here right now, are they? Hi, Kimmy. Are you just hanging out? I haven't seen Miss Rita either. Hi, Crystal. Huh. Oh, I scrolled up and I didn't scroll back down. Aw. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have to put my message out there. I didn't know I was going cross platforms and stuff. I didn't really choose that because it's like, what a bother to have to keep up with everything like that. Maybe if I grow bigger, then I will have people that, with my consent, do that for me. But I don't know. Right now, it's one platform's good. If this platform does go all haywire like is predicted, then I've already told most people that my Cash App, or not my Cash App, sorry, my PayPal tag is the name you'll find me on Facebook. I haven't went over there and added anybody from anything. So if you're waiting for an ad, I haven't even checked in with it. It's only if this goes down. So have your requests in before I leave this one and go over and mess with that one. Well, that's where I'll be. The rules are going to all be changed, and I don't know if I'm going to comply or not. I don't really care for that one either, but it's still, lots of things are being done to hold everybody back. I'm sure I'll find the right cushion, but if you want to know where I'm going to be at, that's how to find me. I'll at least leave videos there that direct people where I am. I don't know if I'm going to make a whole platform out of it, but you'll be able to get messages of where I am if this one goes out or I ever lose my account and you can't find me.
Living my life in a slow hill.
Oh, maybe not.
Girl every night.
Hang-ons and that can't, the only time in life that you're free is when your parents are telling you how to be and you're going through the brainwashing system. And so you go from that part to when you're a teenager, they already got this space in here. You're going to be kicking and screaming. They've got that, but they're trying to narrow that space in and make that a shorter space for the kicking and screaming before the compliance takes place. And the compliance takes place because we have had children and now we're looking out for them, and we need the things that I went to Johnny's house, and Johnny had this entire surround sound wall with this bulletproof room that has all this like sound system things in it, and now I need that too. Okay, have a good day, Kimmy. And so it's like, I hope you do have a blessed day and that you're having a great healing journey. But it's like, this cannot be the existence, is that the existence you get is the exhaustion after donating your recharged energy because you slept at night, even though the bed was really nice. And you slept at night and you got energized, but now it's a have to go expend this much energy in this amount of time for your week, and what you're sacrificing is those that you are building it for, but you're building it for them, and then they grow up and they're like, where the hell were you? I understand you gave me things, but I needed you when this was going on and you weren't there. And it's just not, I can't see that is how existence was made for us. And we brought in all of the industries and all of these other things so that we wouldn't have to sacrifice that of our loved ones and that of the things we have worked for, and that you have to keep paying on the house that you already own and you have bought well into when you're living on a very strict budgeted system. And it doesn't make sense that you would still have to pay these things and you would not be grandfathered in, that you've went working all of this time in your life and now you still have these taxes on something that you've owned already before you had to retire on this much money. And it's like the system is rigged that after you're unable to work, you're being processed and placed into a community of others who are aged out of the system and no longer have a place within the system. And it's happening to many that are younger because their parents are losing their way because they're not believing in this. There is no room for the succeeding of the common person. It is all to fight to swim upstream in a very locked system, and it is difficult to work your way out of that so that those you are raising can be lifted a step or two ahead of your own head while you were sinking into the system. Ooh, I don't know if I just changed crowds or if this is good or bad, but I definitely offered to be a vessel. So, I just see the system going differently than how I was raised to see it. Once I was removed from it, looking at it, going, how can this happen? Hearing other people's testimony on how the system worked for them. I have met people that they could not control their diet, and so the system worked for them, and they got SSDI, and yet haven't even entered the workforce in life yet. And I've seen others who have had a knee injury for almost 20 years, yet have never had a surgery on it. They just are welcome to go back to the doctors over and over to claim their medicine as long as their urinary tests pop up clean. So there's never an end in sight. As long as they're not claiming on SSDI, then they're fine to just never seek a solution and attach to the Band-Aid. Yet others of us have went to seek the solutions. Those solutions did not work out, and yet when we're going in there and we want to find solutions to the problem, the doctor that just is doing the Band-Aid problems, if you run into one of them, you're like, yeah, but solution, what are we doing for it in the future? Are we just like perpetually going to keep doing these spine injections? Are we going to perpetually keep just medicating? I mean, what is the solution for the forward? And they're like, oh, well, we were thinking about putting a battery box in your back. I just got off the road from living in a backpack or a suitcase with wheels, and no, I can't keep my phone charged. How am I going to charge my back? Let's not do that. That's horrible. I don't consent to this. Are you denying treatment? Oh no! I mean, I guess there's a label and that things do fall under a category. I'm guessing that some things fall under more than one category, and it all depends on the why. But I'm cyborg. So I already have titanium plates and bolts and cadaver bone, and we've done like the max on surgeries back there, that there's like so much scar tissue that other doctors are like, well, we went from the front and we went from the back, and they did all that mess, and I don't know if we want to sign on board with what's going on here and try to get back in there and do something about it. But you know what? You're also not disabled, so it was their mess up. You go get their signature on it, and they're like, yeah, but you're not disabled. That can be fixed. You're not touching me again, first of all. If you were part of this working out in this form, you're not the one doing the next one. And so, no. And you go to a new doctor and they're like, oh, but you're walking around trying to find a new doctor, and that means you just want pills because I'm not the doctor that did this mess. And you're like, but a doctor did this mess and they've got me on just pills, and like they said I need to figure it out, and I'm trying to figure it out right now, without their help, because they're obviously after 14 years not productive in the help part. And so I'm over here looking for doctors with integrity. Let's sit down, let's do a round table on this. How are we going to fix this problem? What is our next step? I need to live too. I'm human. And so either we can figure out that it cannot be done, and somebody puts thing on the paper so that we go to court and everything is shown in the open, or we come up with a plan of action that makes this not a problem. And then that's when they label you the Dr. Hopper, or the one that is seeking medicines and things like that. So if you're looking for a proactive doctor and not one stagnant in the mud, just constantly passing out scripts and doing the exact same thing year after year, that doesn't help. Right. So what I've decided is the system has been very stacked against me. How do I know this? For about 20 years, I've been having really good insurance with being military, and then having really basic insurance with being the other side of government insurance, Medicaid. And at one point in time, I had the both of those. Yeah. And so I'm attesting to the system at work. Here we are, a voice of a person, because I'm speaking for other people that have been through this. If you haven't been through this was not your message, then I am not speaking for you. Might I suggest you use your platform to go out there and speak for others like you. Be a voice of the people. Let's all get up there, and let's just, if you've had a great experience, do that too. Do that too. I'm not saying don't do that too. Go on your platform and do that too. That way we have a scale of weighing of what needs to be worked on and where the areas are most needed to be worked on. You know what I mean? And then people understand, hey, if your state isn't doing it right, in our state, we believe in this, and we get people to the state that is representing those type of people. So like, I don't know. It's hard to move. I understand that, but everything is hard in life right now. And where there is a will, there is a way. If you cut down and that's where you want to restart, if you have those means, you have somebody over there that can sponsor your family while you get set up or something like that. Build networks. And let's get us to the state that does have the beliefs that believe in what you believe in or align with what you align with. If you don't see a representative, stand up and start speaking as one. You don't have to have credentials. You don't have to be government certified. You have to get up and speak. If you have things in your closet, know they're gonna come out. Those are what they're after. They want to use those to pull you down. And rightfully so. Maybe some of us cannot be the face of the people because there are things that can hold us down, but there are people that would align with us. So let's throw our support behind the people that have not been able to be torn down and yet align and represent the greater good of the whole. And that's where I'm at on this platform. You don't have to love me. You don't have to hate me. But if you go back, there's 3 years of experience with me recorded right here on this platform. Plenty to see, and do your research and look and see if you want to love me or hate me or stay as a observer as it plays out and see where you fit then. Yep. But there's no reason to be mean. We're all making these platforms for our own benefits or goods. I am getting these words out there while at the same time building a platform that makes me be able to have the ability to stand on my own. This is what I've been doing and spending my time into for the last 3 years. If that's not time and dedication, I don't know what is. If this is not higher awareness and giving you a new perspective to widen your mind, not to erase your beliefs, but to widen your mind and mentality of perspectives in this reality. That was almost a whole poem. And I just am me, and I wouldn't know how to not be me, so hopefully I stay being myself through this whole thing. That is the goal, that I don't get up there and sell out because I'm powered by only the people that believe in me and that believe in this cause. So if you don't believe in this cause, I understand why you're not going to help and donate or stand here and help support my platform. I do. But I suggest competitors can make their own stances. It's not even a competition, though. If you have people that are like you and their voices are being held down in some way, get up there and make a stand and talk about it. If we tell our stories and what is going on, we can put those bubbles together to see where the grouping is so that we can figure out which areas need to be focused on most and which areas are having the biggest trapdoor in them that people are falling through. The homeless population is growing, and those that are living in a lack or scarcity here in America is growing. And if you knock off the bottom just by saying all of them are illegal, we're going to make them do this, we're going to place them, we're going to hold them to this law, you have to first give them a representative. And that's what I'm telling you. It can't be done this way. You have to first have a representative before holding them to these laws. Yep, And even if I'm not that representative, so be it. So be it. But at least let me help get the word out there. There is a population who do not have a representative. If you see a lack of representatives in your community and area that aren't speaking, voices that are not being heard, start putting a sunlight on that lack, where we need to have the focus on to be able to build it up to a better standard. It is your spotlight, how many voices come for that spotlight in support of that spotlight. If not, how did we just have, I'm not going to get into the politics of that. How did he just get reinstated whenever he was fired for what he was saying? Yes. Yes, if your voice doesn't make a difference, then that would not have happened. Your voice makes a difference. How many people showed up to a stadium to have their voice heard? Stand up for what you're believing. Don't shrink down. Don't let people hold you back about what your belief is, because it's probably your either misknowledge, or it is something that happened to you, your story that you want to have out there, you want to have it said, something that you never got to have a say in, you were never heard. Let those voices be heard. And let's see how many people's, do you know how many ladies are so over this the get down, flip it and reverse it type thing that is going on with the coitus culture. Yeah. How many of us have been like, just, oh my goodness. I'm going to just start posting the rest of these, of that. I have one posted that is on my pinned. If you go to my profile, that my husband wrote to me as part of an anniversary gift to get me to come back in, because all of the material items that he had gotten from me that were so special, he kept giving them away to everyone he would meet on the other networks and things, like where there are plenty of fish, or a list of Craigs, or everywhere. So I was like, no, I want everything in detail described to me. You're not coming in my life unless I have this paper, and then know that there's no way you would chance this coming out. I would know that there is no way that you would want that publicized. So written by you, signatured by you, and given to me. The signature on it is his .gov address. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to just start posting it. It's 7 pages long of the things that I endured at his hand, at the hand of, thank you for service. Yeah, at that hand, and at the trained psychological warfare by a trained professional professional that I went through and endured. Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm just going to start. I'm going to try to redact it as much as possible, while leaving enough there to understand, but understand that, names and things like that without prior permission that shine them in such a bad light could make my world a whole worse place. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think that people understand what I was going through mentally. At the same time, I had a broke back, and that I just got custody of my teenagers, and that I was trying to physically get back on my legs, while a lot of that could have been a mental block as well, but nobody was looking at that at the time. Good thing I'm good now. Wow, thank goodness those professionals were looking at it all. Uh-huh. No. No. No, only the things that would make the biggest amount of money. And then they stuck to those things because it was a steady paycheck rather than proceeding with a future of wellness and being fixed. Instead, leaving me in this stagnant energy where I no longer could support myself because I had to take breaks. Because I've sat up for less than an hour, the puzzle piece hasn't come on. Yeah, and then I lost everything. I did become homeless while running from my ex, while going through spine surgeries and treatment and trying to get my Social Security disability after working for years. Yeah, after getting custody of my kids as they turned teenagers. Yeah, there was a lot that went on all at one time. Nothing is ever just the frosting that you see on top. Yep. Right now my back hurts so bad that my lower half it's like numb with pins and needles. If I was standing up when that happened, that's whenever I fall. Oh yeah, a lot of this is just me fighting through it. It's fighting through the pain. It's not that I never needed the meds. It's that I needed to learn how my new normal life was. Yep. My new normal is this. It's not going to go back to the old normal. It'll never be that way. And whenever I fell through the cracks, I ended up running into so many other people. So many mental, where they have been through so much in their life that their mind is not cooperating with them while they're trying to sort through everything that has gone on. A lot of these are kids that were in the foster care system, and they went through this foster care system without the semblance of family time, and then now they're an adult. They're dumped out there with a plastic bag with what belongings they collected while they were in there, and that's that. And who could wrap their mind around that? That's one of the hardest things you could ever wrap your mind around. Okay, normal isn't normal like I see everybody else going through, but I'm dealing, man. I'm dealing with it all. What do you mean this is my new home? This bag? That's all I have. I have a freaking bag. Yeah. Who the hell's ready for that? No. What happened to these programs where they get you ready for like work and stuff, and why are they not being guided through this if the channels are out there, if the help is out there? Like, you make them be at this house at this time, you can make them go to school at this time, you can make them whatever, but you can't do a job entry program where you like go through these business etiquettes and things, and yeah, I don't know. There's got to be a better way. I do know that, and I'm just coming up with brainstorming. And if I had a table with, I don't know how many people are in the House and Senate and all that. Yeah, if I had a table with that many people, I bet you we could come up with some doozies of how to fix things instead of keep going out there with ill will and who to point the finger at, because there are so many closets that have things that they don't want Bear to open that they got to point the finger at the next person. And we need to get rid of all those closets. I mean, drain that swamp by putting people in that have held to integrity and want to see a better way for all of the life beings. And maybe we don't have every step out totally, but once we're together in a state of union where we can speak openly about what our constituents had to say that we listened to. Yeah, there's my puzzle piece for the hour. And that they did listen to, and that they brought to the forefront as this is what our people said. And we are not a being of our own accord. We chose to be a vessel to hold the voice of them who is now being heard here. That's what we're supposed to be having up there. You've got to find the integral people and put them up there. And this life will change. The shift will happen. The people that want to see the better of... The people that want to see the better of life. The betterment of life. Those are the people we should be paying attention. We shouldn't be trying at all costs to knock down somebody we've already seen is okay, that is up and up, that we've went through their closet. We shouldn't be knocking those people down. Those are the people that should be supported and brought up there to bring forth the words of those who are supposed to matter instead of erasing them off the board. It is not okay to make an entire community illegal. It's just not. And if they have no voice to be heard, why are they held to your law? And it's... I see the gap. I see the gap. It's impossible that many representatives and people upholding the law for the people's betterment can't see the gap. It's impossible that little old me down here, homeless, okay, now I have a van, but homeless, can see the gap, and yet all these highly educated government officials representing us, nope, there's no problem with this. This is all fine. This is how we're doing it. What? All right, guys, I no longer can be on live right now because I think everything's ridiculous at this point in time. But but I'm going to go inside and probably find some lunch, and I'll be back on later. Not too much later, probably in an hour or so. I love you guys, and I'll see you then. I spent an hour on... It's content creatorship. You make the rules. Love y'all.